2, 1. One, two, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hold on, y'all. If y'all can hear me, put a 1 in the chat. Hold on. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. Hold on a minute. You can hear me. They've been messing with my audio and everything. 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat. 1 in the chat. Hold on. Can y'all hear me? Great. All right. They messing with me on YouTube, but that's all right. I mean, they messing with me on IG, but we come to you live here today from a condo high above the sky in Toronto, Canada. I did mail in my vote. Did vote for Kamala Harris. Not that Kamala Harris was perfect, but I felt as though she would be better for the country that most of my family reside in. I lived through 4 years under the Donald Trump administration, and plain and quite simply, I've seen enough. I had seen enough. A lot of people in shock. I just didn't think I don't know why you didn't think they were, because they were this stupid in 2016, weren't they? The people were saying the same thing in 2016. I didn't know that the American people were so stupid. Well, you saw they put them in 2016, so why didn't you think it was going to be the same thing this time? You heard everybody tried to make this out to be Biden's fault. You know, I see how they made it out. They were only inheriting Donald Trump's economy. Right? And Donald Trump seemed like he was doing such great under the economy. Why is that? Because he inherited Obama's economy. The first 4 years, you use. That's why they need 2 terms. The first 4 years was to fix the economy from what you had, and then your second term is when you turn it into your economy. One term is never really enough to see what you can do. That's why they have you doing two. His was better than his first. So I say this to say to the American people. Um, I'm not surprised, you know. That's the reason why I'm coming to you to where I'm coming to you from. Because anybody who's been live with me and been in my lives, um, you see that your boy said, I saw this coming. I saw it coming. I saw the play. And the moment that he got convicted for 34 felonies and never spent 10 minutes in jail, you should have knew what the play was. You should have knew what the play was. Come on, if that was us, he would. You think any normal person that committed 34 felonies, you don't think they for less SA charges than Trump had? And Trump never spent 1 minute in jail. In response to video title, Charles Evans used Woodrow Wilson, conceded via radio address, but did not personally call Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Richard Nixon considered challenging the results, but ultimately chose not to publicly concede to John F. Kennedy. I get it. I get it. No. I don't call her. I'm not calling her a sore loser. I'm asking the question because I see a lot of people out there who, were Trump supporters, and now they're trying to say. Then I've seen a couple of black women saying, "Oh, we're so disappointed that we worked this hard, and then she didn't have the decency." It had nothing to do with decency. You don't think that woman she's hurt? She's hurt because she generally felt as though she ran her campaign with integrity. She ran a smart campaign. She concentrated on what she felt as though was going to be her strong points, talking to the regular person. And let's just be honest, talking to the women. Black women showed up and showed out. So I have black women. But this just goes to show you, for them, a lot of them just couldn't see themselves voting for Kamala. Then some of them got turned off by Obama, and they're we're gonna teach him. He doesn't tell us what to do. So that just goes to show, just the world hates black women. Let's just be honest. The world hates women. The world's filled with misogynist men because Hillary ain't black. She didn't get it either. But Hillary got more votes than first time Republican won the popular vote and the like Hillary got more votes than Kamala. Yeah, Nicole, I bounced and I'll be in Italy for a year. I'm gonna be working on a film, but I'm gonna be in Italy for a year starting in February. Up and stay any further because it'll probably take me about 7 or 8 months to do the film. Um, but I saw this coming. What Ice Cube say? I seen it coming. That's why I went so low. I seen it coming, man. You know, I saw the play, and the moment that they found all of a sudden Fannie Willis is was involved with one of the dudes that and they took her off the Trump case. The moment I saw them doing that, I said, I know what the play is already. They're going to put him back in office. And then they start maneuvering dates where he didn't have to go to court. They're going to make sure that they push it back till after the election when they had well over a year to set him a court date. Once I saw them do bribery, incitement, fraud, SA, all those charges, never spent one day in jail. I already knew what the play was. Right. How long have I been saying that, Sierra? The world hates black women. But no, so I really did bounce. I really did bounce because of that. And I told all y'all what I saw happening. Now he's going to, everything that I say was going to happen, happened. I said they were going to use Biden, right? I said they were going to use Biden. I said that he wasn't going to do no jail time. Back when he got impeached, I said it don't make no sense to impeach him because they're not going to all of the House is Republican. Now y'all are messed around and the whole entire House is red. Now you're really in trouble because not only do you got cheese doodle face back in the White House, but now all the decorations and everything where before they were red and blue, now they're all red. All the court system, all the Supreme Justice system, all red. So them those dangerous people who went to jail, he's going to pardon them. He's going to pardon them when he gets in office. So they'll be back out on the street. And that's going to excuse all his felonies. Because if they ever did convict him, he'll just pardon himself. He's the president of the United States. He cannot do jail time once he's in the presidency. So all of those things are going to be wiped away. But again, black women, y'all have nothing to be ashamed of. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Y'all showed up and showed out. Black women did your thing. I see a lot of black men sitting around, well, can't blame us. Can't blame us. Yeah, we can. And I'll explain why. Were you the main reason that he's back in office? No. That blame goes on. We're not even going to blame white men. We already knew they were voting for Trump. So that's not a surprise at all. We already knew white men were voting for Trump. I'm shocked that even the amount of white men, I even got to give a shout out to white men more than I give a shout out to black men. Because only 53%, his white man support actually went down from the last time. I think only 53% of the white men, somewhere around there, or 70%, but it was down from last time, voted for Trump. So it was actually down from the last time. And support, of course, was up. Increased, of course. Can y'all still hear me? Give me a one in the chat if you can still hear me. You know, I be having problems with audio sometimes. My Toronto Wi-Fi in Toronto is not as good as Wi-Fi in the States. But I'll live with it. If that's the worst I have, I'll live with it. Again, hey Dolly. Very quiet. Very quiet. So we have some therapy going on. Give me one. Everybody put a Bobby Ruffin, can you hear me? Ariana, can you hear me? Nicole Lynn, can you hear me? Am I going in and out, everybody? All right. So, black women, y'all did your thing. He only got, I believe it was between 7 and 9% of the black women vote. You know what I mean? White women were right on par with white men. White women was right on par with white men. They were on the same page as usual. White people on the same page. Same page. Divided as usual. More than double the black men voted for Trump than black women. So that lets me know that, as usual, black people right. He can even get himself off in the next job, of course. Black people are divided as usual, and other races are not divided. Look at Latino men and Latino women. Almost equal. White men and white women. Almost equal. And the reason why I said I can blame black men is because they were not on the same page with their black woman. Because if they were on the same page with their black woman, they would have been under 10% as well. But they weren't. As usual. Now, I see a lot of people saying that Trump is going to pardon Diddy. I'm seeing Trump is going to, some people saying, oh, Trump is going to pardon Diddy. Well, we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But if anybody pardons Diddy, I don't think it'll be Trump. He might. Especially if I'll tell you this much. If he pardons Diddy, that means he had something to hide. We saw when Trump lost, we saw him pardon. We saw him pardon Kodak Black. So we remember he did that going out the door. So if anybody pardoned Diddy, it might be the Biden-Harris administration. But a lot of people are telling me Diddy and Trump are friends, and Diddy quietly endorsed Trump. Because I didn't hear Diddy speaking about this election, like when he was on. I know he had other issues going back to last year, but I don't remember him before the lawsuits or whatever. I don't remember him talking about Biden. So people are telling me he quietly was negotiating with Trump behind the scenes. Oh, if you get in, well, I'm not saying it's impossible, but he might. He might pardon him. Wouldn't that be a turn of events? Um, so, and Ashanti said, feeling disappointed but not surprised. And I get it. Y'all know I'm not surprised. Y'all know I'm not surprised. A lot of people I see out there, black people that would just want to pile on, is hold on. They're talking about Kamala, right? And they're saying that Kamala should have addressed the nation. Well, if we remember, right, when Donald Trump lost, did he concede to Joe Biden? No, he did not. He didn't concede right away to Joe Biden. He said he was robbed and it was criminal justice system. It was an evil system. And before last night came, he was already trying to plant the seed that they were cheating in Pennsylvania. Remember, he tried to plant that seed? They're cheating in Pennsylvania. So he was trying to set that up just in case he lost Pennsylvania. But as he saw that he won Pennsylvania, all of a sudden, all of the cheating allegations stopped. Well, you look at that. So I guess they're not cheaters after all, huh, Donald? They're only cheaters when you don't win. Ah, now I get it. No, that's stupid. That Meg twerk. That's just people, Nicki Minaj fans. Oh, because Meg was twerking. They not won. A Democrat has not won Texas since the 1960s. Had nothing to do. Meg fan base ain't that big. That's just people once again. Just she lost because of Cardi B. Like their fan base is big enough. If she didn't win because of the Swifties, and the Swifties fan base is 3 times the fan base of Cardi B and 5 times the fan base is Megan Thee Stallion. That's stupid. People don't just talk just to be talking. Oh, she lost. Texas turned red because Megan was tweaking. They have a Democrat hasn't won. Obama didn't even win Texas. People don't know how to do research. How could you blame Cardi B when she came in, 3 days before election? People that have made up their minds had already made up their minds. I think she has that much influence that the 3rd day before it's time to vote, you know what? I was going to vote for Kamala, but now I seen Cardi B. Forget, I'm changing my mind. Like, stop. That would be no more different than, I was going to vote for Trump, but now I seen Kid Rock endorsed him. Now I changed my mind. Let's stop being dumb to the people out there saying that. It's just those are barbs saying that. Those are the only people saying that. Barbs and men who hate Megan. So that's how you know people don't know what they're talking about. Oh, she lost because everybody sold 40,000 records. 40,000. And you think that she can influence millions, hundreds of thousands when she just sold 40,000? If she's got that much influence, her album would have sold 700,000. Like, stop. Texas has never been blue. They could have brought Jesus Christ out there. Look, they put Ted Cruz back in. They're putting back in the same people in the GOP that's responsible for that mass shooting in Texas and them kids. So what they're basically telling the people in Texas is, we don't care about mass shootings in Texas. Well, then our kids are up in private school with security. It ain't happening to them. So that's basically what the politicians of Texas is telling y'all. Because ain't none of their kids, the school that their kids are in, got security. Well, Milton, just to, just to warn you, we call her Tisa Tells Lies on this. She's going to put that out there and try to say, oh, he's going to pardon Diddy, because she doesn't want to see that happen. Right? She knows that's not going to happen. And then she's going to say, oh, Trump put a stop to Diddy coming home. Yes, because she's another Trump supporter. She's a Trump supporter as well. Nosy whole life, disappointed in her. She's a Trump supporter. Well, she don't like black women anyway. And she hates black men. So it surprised me that Nosy went for Trump. Tasha K, your black ass need to talk about, I'm heading for DC. Tasha K, he don't fuck with people like you. Just making a fool of himself. All these shines, these tap dancing ass raccoons, DJ academics. I can't wait till his time is up. Cooning out there, cooning for these white men. Out there cooning for men. And in the culture. This is who we let have influence in the culture. All you black folks that voted for this man, y'all about to feel it in the next coming years. And you're going to see. And like I said, it's not going to affect me. But my family that's still back in the States, they saw it coming. That's why I went so low. All my family stayed back in the States. Was like, nah, I can't leave America. All right, bye. That conservatives are going to run the Supreme Court justice for a long time. Cash App having how, because I refuse to do like these other content creators that's out here happy that Trump is in office. Now, instead of talking about what they think Trump is going to do, their next of their content is going to be, you bought out Beyonce, Taylor Swift, that you did all that for nothing. But they're not going to tell you about, okay, well, what's Trump going to do now? First thing he's going to do is mass deportation. So, congratulations, Latinos. Congratulations. You played yourself. You played yourself. Acts only stand with Millie because he don't like Megan. So that's not really a big thing. He's not standing. Everything academics does is an ulterior motive. He hates women. So he's not doing that because he likes Milagro. He's just doing that just to go against Megan. I hope they put a lawsuit against him since he wants to spend his money so much. Oh, I'll take care of Malago's legal fees. Well, she should take him up on it because she's gonna need a lawyer. She should take him up on it. She should call his bluff and say, "Hey, remember you said you were gonna pay for my legal fees? Okay, well, I need a lawyer. I need an attorney." Did you see how Armand dipped on Millie? Well, Armand never really dipped on Millie because even from the beginning, I knew that wasn't going to work because Armand was always saying that Tory shot Meg, and Millie was saying she didn't. And when you're covering that case, and you have two different opinions like that, as strong-willed as Millie was with that, I knew that wasn't going to last because he was still saying she still shot that girl. You effing crazy. No, he didn't. So there's no way that friendship was going to last if he felt strongly that Megan got shot by Tory. She said that no, she didn't. So I knew that wasn't going to last. They were just putting on for the cameras. They've never liked each other. They've never really had good things to say about each other, even before the trial. So I knew that wasn't going to last anyway. I'll tell you what, like I said, man, like I told you, this man is going to try to change the Constitution. I told y'all that. Before the project, when I told y'all that, and then all of a sudden, what happened? Boom. Project 2025 popped up. And a lot of other blacks woke up and said, this is what he plans on doing. But remember when I told y'all, well, this is the reason why. I couldn't say it. They would have took me off of Instagram. Exactly. With the House and the Senate all red, if he wants to change the Constitution to where he's the last president, no more elections, he'd probably be able to do it. So this is what I was trying to warn y'all about. He's been able to do everything else that no other president has been able to do. They let him get away with it. Impeached twice, wasn't removed from the House. Felon after felon after felon, still got a chance to. You can't vote if you're a felon, but he 34 felonies. The inciting on the Capitol building, that's never been done. He's able to get away with that. Yep. Thank you, Dolly. That's another thing that I said. And what did Canada do? Canada stopped. They said, nope. Don't come over here. You made your bed, you lay in it. Don't come over here. France did the same thing. Italy did the same thing. I already got my shit filled out for Italy. I'm good. I took care of that ahead of time. I'm good. So y'all stuck. Mm-hmm. You're gonna start seeing Putin again. You're gonna start seeing the little Korean dude. On Diddy's son. Hold on. Let me see what Dolly said. Dictatorship could be a crazy decision if he thinks this way. It would cause chaos. Well, America wants chaos, Dolly. That's what America loves. Say goodbye to insurance. They are tearing up Diddy's son for not reading the room in the shade room comment section. What about him? Or what? Why? What did he do? What did Diddy's son say? Why was Diddy in the? What do you mean not reading the room? What do you mean not reading the room? What did he do? $ Heaven Hollywood for y'all's cash apps. Please help your boy out. What did Diddy's son do, Dolly? A lot of people vote for Trump think he's going to prevent war. How quickly America forgot his inciting of violence. And most of the people don't give a damn about war. Like they could care. They don't even know what's going on with war. They could care less about war. They don't. They just want to have something to say. Oh, he's going to prevent war. What do they care about? They don't care about war. Diddy's son posted today that he has taken over his dad's page to go down memory lane. He's on his father. Maybe he wants to talk about some other election. Why do they care? If they're not a part of his page, then why the hell is the shade room posting it anyway? Mind your business. I'm taking. You don't want to look at it. Just don't look at his page. But then you're gonna go and post him on the shade room, so more people can go over there and mess with him. It was his father's birthday. If he wants to take over the man's page and go down memory lane, they talk about read the room. What does he want? What they want him to do? If he comes on here and starts talking about the election, right? What are they going to say? Oh, don't try to get people's mind off of Diddy. Don't let Justin distract you, or don't let Christian distract you from the baby oil found in his home. Right. The people that voted for Jill Stein, they really wanted Trump to win, but they want to be like, oh, I didn't vote for either one of them. But deep in their heart, they wanted Trump to win, because if they didn't, they would have voted for Harris. But they wanted Trump to win. They just don't want to have that conscience on them to say that they voted for Trump. So they said, we're just going to vote for Jill Stein, knowing she can't win. They could have went for Kamala, and she would have won. She could have won Georgia or Pennsylvania, wherever it was, where she only came up a few thousand votes. Well, that's good. I'm glad he'll be posting positive stuff. Good for him. They sticking by their father. They're supposed to. Boys alone. Combined video of Diddy's music videos. Yeah. So if I was him, but if I'm him, I would limit the comments or I would cut the comments off. If he doesn't, then he is asking for drama. And that's one thing about Christian. What you should do to people who Diddy are actually following back. So then the only people that can comment are people that Diddy following, and then that's when he can say, oh, so you just totally turned your back. Because you should only see positive comments when you're doing that. And the only way you're going to get positive comments is if it is limited to people who he follows back. Or if he just cut the comments off. What's up, Takesha? From his grandmother, Christian is trying to get control of Diddy's business. Putting up the story on that. Thanks for that, Bobby Ruffin. That's very interesting. Bobby Ruffin, you be on it. So right, the comments are open and staying on because Christian likes to smoke. Right? So whatever negative comments he gets on the page, he's asking for it. You should make those comments limited to people. If you're posting only positive stuff, you should want only positive comments. You should want only positive comments. So my daughter, she knows she has friends back in the States. My daughter understands the election and all that. She understands how important it is. And she was crying for her friends. Like, my daughter got such a pure heart. She was like, oh, no, KK, Donald Trump is president and he's a racist, and KK is back there, and Gigi, which is her cousin. So she feels sad for them, even though she's not going to have to deal with it. But she understands the importance of what happened. She went to school very upset today. Right? On Cardi's speech, I mean, I didn't expect anything more. Like, Cardi B is going to be Cardi B. That's her. You know what I mean? She's got a bad accent. She doesn't understand 100% understand. And on top of that, the teleprompter broke. Like they've already came out and said the teleprompter broke. But her teacher said she was near the top of the class in history. She probably knows more history than a lot of y'all. I've seen Cardi B talk about, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. She was saying stuff that I didn't even know. So as far as the speech goes with that, it didn't hurt or harm her. It wouldn't. She could have dealt with or without Cardi B. I don't think B does not have that type of influence. If she didn't, like I said, if the Swifties and the Beehive, then Cardi B ain't gonna be the reason why she lost. So I don't even really people making a big deal out of it, but I don't. If you've listened to Cardi B talk since she's been hit for 7 years, that's how she talks, right? She pronounces words. She doesn't fully pronounce words properly. But I didn't think about it. I did no story on it because I said, to me, listen to the message. A lot of times you listen to the message, not the messenger, because you're not always going to like the messenger. But that's why they say don't kill the messenger. But her message was on point. But the only reason why I wish she didn't do it is because, oh, that's why she lost, because she had Cardi B. Like, stop. Cardi B don't have that type of influence on the world. Like I said, she had the Swifties, the most powerful fan base, the two most powerful women in music. She had endorsed her, and she still lost. Right? So that just goes to tell me that those people already had their minds made up. They already had their minds made up. They were not voting for Kamala. All right. $sign Heaven Hollywood. I'll probably come back on later for some more therapy. I want to thank y'all for joining me. Y'all be safe out there, man. You got to walk around with eggshells now. You cutting people off, especially in a protect your right state. You're gonna have to worry now about finger or cursing somebody out when they at the red light. They may hop out the car with a gun and say, "Oh, I felt my life threatened," because they put their middle finger up, or they stopped their car and opened up their car door, and I felt intimidated, so I shot them, because they're gonna get off. So you have to tread lightly. Don't drive 60 in a 55 no more, because then police pull you over. They're going to be able to do whatever they want to you now, especially after January, when he actually gets in and remove those body cams like he wants to do. Your children, black people, you better get yourself, invest in some black history books, and teach your child on the side on Saturdays or whatever day you have free, because he is going to close down the Board of Education. And they've already taken away black history in a lot of different states. So my daughter, we have black history class on Saturdays. I teach my daughter black history on Saturdays, so she'll know her history about slavery and how black people were treated. So, because in school, you're no longer going to learn about black history. All right. So y'all have a good day. Have a safe day. I'll probably be back on later. Peace.